Off to our right is Coldwater Canyon. Bigfoot sightings down below that, including the Trout farm and several houses over the years. People have said that they've seen them, and then a lot of people that live around there say that they hear vocalizations come out that canyon. We're on the North Ogden Divide up at the top near what's called the Indian Trails. There's been a couple of sightings of the Bigfoot crossing, and I wanted to take you guys up here winter time because the first time as a kid ever hearing about someone having a Bigfoot sighting up here was my aunt and her boyfriend and friends at the time. They were coming back from Powder Mountain skiing after day skiing, coming the opposite direction as we are, and up at the top, one of them, a Bigfoot leaped the entire road, still daylight. They had a good sighting of it. But yeah, the snow is really deep up there, and they said it leaped snowbank to snowbank and cleared the whole road.
Those are big rocks.
Yeah, can't tell. Watch out for falling rock.
Look at this one. Holy crap. It's not a fresh one, but still, it come off the mountain
Somewhere, yep.
at some point in time. Derek, Jenny, and Kelly. Yeah, they've been having some rock slides. Look at all the rocks on the road.
Not surprised. This has been really wet stuff. It's been a mixture of rain and snow, but up here it's more snow, obviously. But
Saw some elk today.
nice.
Yeah, bull elk, a couple of spikes.
In Manaway.
We like Manaway.
Yep, standing right in filled with some horses.
Yeah, they decided they wanted some hay, I guess.
Never see them down this low. Must be a bad winter. Or down that low over there.
We've definitely got our fair share. I think our water I think we're above. We're like 120% up here, like 160% down south. Yeah,
We need to get some of all the fires. I can't believe how much everything burnt down last summer.
Yeah.
There was a lot of fires in the west and along the coast. Lots of parts of California burnt down.
Utah burnt down.
Yeah. I know every year I hope for no fire season. It's been pretty wet this year so far. Hopefully we don't have fires this summer again. We need a year off of fires.
Hopefully it just don't heat up and melt off too quick too.
I know.
Then it'll just be ugly. It's hardcore. This is a tough one to go up and over. As you can tell, it doesn't take too long to get up and get when it's deeper snow.
It's deep up here.
Yeah. Right about here is the top, so this is about where it happened.
There's been 2 sightings up here at the top. One I know the person personally, and the other one's on the BFRO website where it crossed right here in front of a couple of guys in a truck. So, and then up close to here is where the soft gun people playing soft gun reported the Bigfoot sighting to us a couple of years ago up here.
Yep, that was actually on the other side. That was on the valley side of Ogden Valley.
And then down here in the valley this last winter, 2 Bigfoot sightings reported down here. One guy was pulling out of his driveway to go to church one Sunday morning last summer and saw it cross the road close to his house down here. So that's the most recent sighting.
Did you see those tracks?
Yeah, I saw those tracks.
Did you guys see some bipedal tracks?
Well, I don't know, man.
like across the way over there?
I wouldn't have thought there'd have been anybody else.
That's crazy how both you guys saw them.
Yeah.
They were really noticeable.
Yeah, they were. They stuck out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, the sun's sticks out in the snow real well.
Coming down out of the trees, and I would not think that was a backcountry skier, but there are some out here because you can tell right here. But it's a whole nother story coming through that than compared to what we.
Do they have to climb up there?
Where those things come out of?
Well, I just have somebody drive them up to the top.
On a snowmobile, yeah.
No, just drive them up to the top, and then they climb up the rest of the way, and then
Ski down. Wow.
Yeah, and they'll come down off of about anywhere around here.
I know this canyon gets avalanches that they have to clear off the road once in a while.
Yeah, this road's open year round. Guys that go to school, high school, come from here and they have to go up and over and go to Weaver High.
This little valley to the right on the opposite side of the valley from us, last summer we got distress emails from a family that lives over there on a few acres of property. Bigfoot harassing their horses and stuff. And we really wanted to come onto their property and check it out, but they just wanted to know how to drive the Bigfoot off without upsetting it. But it was spotted twice on their property, and then they're having a really rough time with their horses, especially at night, and they suspect it was hanging out and scaring the crap out of their horses. So I told them to put up a bunch of game cameras. A lot of people think the Bigfoot avoid the game cameras or are afraid of them, so they wanted to drive them off without upsetting them. And then if it didn't drive them off and they're indeed Bigfoot, hopefully they get us a photo or a video of that. But I tried really hard talking them into letting us on their property over there in Huntsville. But yeah, they were afraid if they did it wrong, they might upset the Bigfoot and it might, push back. The woman's adult daughter had the best, longest sighting of the Bigfoot. She watched it from the second story of her bedroom, crawling through the yard over by the chicken coop, doing a nighttime belly crawl thing.
It was on all fours?
She says it was low to the ground, like it was almost belly crawling.
like a soldier crawl.
Like it was,
Yeah,
like it was stalking something?
Like you see the army guys do under the barbed wire things. Yeah, that's how she kind of explained it.
That's creepy.
That is creepy. Pervert's trying to sneak up and stare in the window.
I guess one time when it scared the crap out of their horses and stuff, the next morning they went and checked on the side of the field that the horses were avoiding, and they found footprints off into the trees and vegetation type destruction. She even sent me some photos of some little structures and stuff over there.
Significantly more snow on this side of the mountain, isn't there? Oh, absolutely. Anywhere over here, actually.
They get a lot more snow than we do.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We got like less than an inch of snow sitting on the lawn at home, and these guys got big old snow banks.
Yeah. Right is
Alright.
more the direct route. That takes you more through some neighborhoods, but eventually come out at the same spot. Or connects back up anyway.
There's some landers now.
This side of the valley, there's also been a sighting near a church where a couple of women had it pace their car a little while before it went off the side of the road at night. They say they got a really close look at it too.
Sure are, huh?
So that church no longer exists where it happened.
Yeah, there's no way. That's a long ways away from Deer Valley. Isn't that what that is?
That's Wolf Mountain.
Wolf Mountain, Wolf Creek, whatever it is.
Uh-huh.
Those weren't.
Yeah, those were not ski tracks.
Yeah. There wasn't even where to pull over. though.
Nowhere to pull over. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, you guys saw those in the remote part of the canyon.
Yeah, we really needed to actually have a camera on that and just record it and then go back and look at the footage. Because you can't stop there. That is pretty cool, huh? I debated doing something similar to that in my backyard. I got the backyard for it.
On the left side of us is the mountains to Monte Cristo and Avon and Porcupine, and there's dozens of Bigfoot sightings all the way to Hardware Ranch on our left.
Was up here on the right where the one young babysitter gal actually had him peeking through the window.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Dad actually come up onto the porch
Up
of
on
the
the
house
porch, yeah.
while she was babysitting. Makes me wonder, because
Didn't it even jingle this? Didn't even try to open the door?
yeah, I grabbed the door handle and rattled it back and forth and stuff too.
That's creepy.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, because the people she babysit for went and picked her up, brought her to the house, and then they went out. Makes you wonder if the creature thinks, they left the house, and so it comes to mess around out of curiosity because it thinks the people are gone and the babysitter's actually there. There's a cabin in Big Cottonwood Canyon, and back when it was first built, before they had it completely done, something ripped the front door off of the front of the cabin, and then there was giant muddy Bigfoot prints all over inside the cabin. Crazy, whatever. Clean up the mess, fix the door, finish building the cabin, and then several years later, a guy from the cabin heard someone out at the outhouse and saw the Bigfoot go into the outhouse, come back out, and leave. So that's the two Bigfoot events at that single place. But it shows you they probably see people using doors and out of curiosity check it out themselves. I mean, which way, you guys?
Straight.
Yeah, straight. Yeah, and it's a straight shot from here until you actually hang a left and head up towards the canyon.
We're going up to a lake at the base of the Monte Cristo Mountains. Skull Crack Canyon and Causey.
Dry bread. Yeah, free spirit yoga. Got to be a spirit to even get over there. Looks like it was buried and snowed in. Yeah, just straight. Stay on the road.
Maybe the Bigfoot don't mess with them. Bigfoot farm protection.
Big's deterrent. Can't say I've ever eaten it. Not knowingly.
I believe the Burger Bar has it every once in a while for their meat of the month.
That wouldn't surprise me.
And this place out by where we live, once a month they have some exotic meat. They'll have ostrich, they'll have
Shark.
yeah.
Alligator.
Yeah. I think they've had kangaroo there too.
Yeah, we have.
Bizarre food guy can live here and have a bizarre food to have once a month. Don't even have to leave home.
There was a beef jerky place down in Panama City Beach, down in Florida, that had like jerked about anything you could imagine. It's pretty cool. They had kangaroo and all that crap.
There was a time in my life where I kind of wanted to try everything, and now I'm at the age where I know what I like. Okay, we're in a section right here where people have found footprints in the mud. Right here where this part of the river area, Marsh area, that leads into the lake. Yep. I believe Dave Carver has investigated some of the footprints found here before
You
too.
can see right along the other side over there when you said that. A lot of smaller animal tracks going in and down to the water. You get a good glimpse of what they were, but yeah, you're following it to the right.
This little valley of Eden and Liberty and Huntsville. I mean, it has a history, a lot of sightings, you know, and then the surrounding areas do too. And sightings and activity just this last summer, so it's a great place to do a Bigfoot roundtable drive. Kind of show off the area to you guys.
Tell you guys out this monster jackrabbit going zipping up my road. Walked out the other day and go to get my truck, and here comes this stupid rabbit just running right up the lane, just right up the road, just kept on going like he knew what he was doing. Little bug eyes staring at me the whole way. That was cool, man.
The canyon we were driving up at the very beginning of this, Derek lives at the top of the mouth of that canyon before you even head up. He's got Bigfoot in his backyard. The soft gun people a couple of years ago that had the Bigfoot watching them. There was 4 of them playing soft gun, blah blah. Derek lives right there.
Yep, dude.
Actually, when me and Jenny hiked up to Coldwater Canyon, we could see your neighborhood from where we were standing before we actually went
down into the canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to hike up to get to the elevation to actually get on the trail that takes you back into Coldwater Canyon and up at the top. We were pointing in the direction of your house. That means Bigfoot can see your house from up there.
Yep. Means if you're lucky enough, you might be able to get a scope on one. They could be up there staring and you never know. Heading up this canyon that's just kind of in front of us here, just to the right. You're facing it.
Off to our right, at the base of these mountains over here to our right, a little ways into them, is where the family asked us how to deal with their Bigfoot problem without pissing it off, without hurting it, which would probably piss it off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd have to say, I mean, it's up over here on this hillside. That's really not too far away from where they had the video of those two that were watching the family interview. That's just on the other side of those hills right there.
Yep.
Just on the other side.
You're right. It's also, and then that direction's where the truck driver spotted the Bigfoot as he was going up over Trapper's Loop.
Yeah, that is right over there.
I think he was a dump truck driver. Makes the drive up over Trapper's Loop all the time, and one year he thought he saw an elk, so directed his attention on it, and it was a Bigfoot making its way along the tree line.
If I'm not mistaken, most of that's all private land, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was a gated community with like 2 or 3 acre, lots of mountain property back there is where it happened. I think that's one of the big reasons why they didn't want to let us in there to check things out, is they didn't want upset their gated community neighbors, didn't want to draw a bunch of attention to their Bigfoot problem. You know, when people are really cautious about that whole deal, and you know, it lends some credibility to me. You know, they didn't want publicity. They're having a problem and they wanted to deal with it properly, so they got a hold of someone that they felt had experience dealing with Bigfoot. And of course, it's a common thing in the Bigfoot community. A lot of people think that they see those infrared triggers on those cameras and avoid them, or smell the batteries, or whatever. Whole host of reasons why they might avoid them. So yeah, if you have a Bigfoot problem, put up some game cameras.
You got a Bigfoot problem, call us so we come out and have some lunch.
The road we're on right now eventually leads to the top of Monte Cristo, which is 9,500 feet elevation, and tons of Bigfoot sightings up there. So we keep 6 cameras up there year around. This summer we'll have to show you what we captured all winter long out there. Last winter we caught a really nice, one of the biggest bobcats I've ever captured on game camera, and the snow was deep when we caught him. Actually caught him on 2 different cameras up there.
Wow, they fenced this whole thing off.
Yeah, they did.
That's
Gonna put some
recent. That's
livestock
recent,
in
like
there.
over the last summer.
Yeah. I guess maybe they're gonna put me out on the
Yeah,
Horses
I'm taking this.
or both.
Somebody's been busy though, because that's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they paid too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
You'd have thought something like this would have been a little bit more appropriate. A lot cheaper.
A lot cheaper and a lot tougher. Those little, it would have been easier just to put posts and barbed wire.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
We're gonna pass between here and the lake. We're gonna pass a bunch of pay campgrounds. And 2 summers ago, one of the campgrounds got shut down for a couple of weeks towards the end of the season because a mountain lion was spotted there. And then when they come in to investigate the mountain lion sighting, they found a carcass of a deer kill that it had near the campground. So they just shut the campground down early for the season over it.
Decided it wanted to live there.
wow, that was a muddy mess.
I used to take my kids fishing in this river a lot when they were little because we'd always camp in these campgrounds through here.
Can't tell you how many times I've been down it in a tube.
I've tubed with you a couple of times when we were in high school down this river.
It's always a lot of fun.
Connor actually takes my grandkids camping down here quite often. I know they camped here twice last summer.
You guys see the most recent Thinker Thunker?
Yeah, I made a blog post with it.
About him, about the whatever, some Russian Bigfoot ripping up trees?
Yep. I think he has a really good angle on it. I don't hear a chainsaw or anything in the background. A lot of people blame it on logging, but that is deep, deep snow, and not any time in the video do I hear anything that sounds like a saw or a chainsaw.
Or see.
No, and it actually looks like a Bigfoot yanking it out of the ground, the shape of it.
Like something, that's for sure.
He's got a pretty good argument. There are people that argue that it is harvesting machines.
Yeah, but those harvesting machines, you ever seen them suckers, man? They grab it, whack it, and go, what? And
Yeah,
pull all the stuff off it. That didn't look like that at all.
They process it on the spot. They don't take off with it in an upright position. And when they saw those out of the ground, I've noticed that they immediately boom.
Flip them on their side, strip them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think those machines have the torque to hold something that big upright and drive off with it. So.
And I guarantee you would have been hearing it in the video. Yeah. There's no way you would have not heard that.
It really wasn't that far from where they were at, and they had a clear line of sight.
Yeah,
if there was machinery, you would hear it. So.
Yeah. I couldn't say it would have been any more than being just across the ravine right here. Right there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Guarantee you would have.
And those Russian guys were freaking going off. They were tripping out over the whole situation.
I don't see why people freak out over that, man. It's so far away. They just picked up a big stick. They don't give a crap about you. Why
Those
you
were
freaking out?
those were mature pine trees.
Yeah, I don't care. Why are you freaking out, man? It's not like it was chucking the damn tree at them.
I think
I would have started chucking things at them, then might get a little bit concerned. But hell, you're in a truck.
I think I'd wig a little.
You didn't see nothing. You know what I mean?
Guaranteed they were seeing 10 times better than their phone zoomed in.
Well, absolutely. There's no question there, but
Just
still.
the experience of using really nice camera equipment, your eyes always see better than what even the nicest cameras see.
I'm just going to have to say, at the end of the day, I'm going to end up being dead, staring one down in the face because I'm not going to move. sit there and want to watch it and go see what the hell it does. Decides it wants to strangle me. Well, chances are I ain't getting out of the way. If I wanted to, the son of a bitch is gonna catch you and rip your head off anyway. It ain't gonna matter what you do. Well, I just made them sound like they're vicious or something.
Worst case scenario.
That's a better way of putting it. Worst case scenario. The chances are they're gonna look at me and then just ignore and turn around and walk away and we'll do their thing anyway.
Chances are when you see them, they're heading the other direction.
Yeah. They already knew you were there. Already decided they were gonna walk away.
There's a moose.
Really?
Yep, big one right there. Big huge one.
Uh-huh. Back there in the
Right
willows.
there on the edge of the water.
Right there.
Where?
Right off to your left. Right there. Right there. See it? Its ears are looking up.
Down low.
Down low.
Straight,
Yeah, I see
straight
it.
down.
That's the one that I saw. I didn't see the other
I
one.
saw
to
the
begin
one.
with.
I saw what was up there.
Oh, I didn't even see that
Yeah,
one.
you might want to get up in a better place to turn around.
I ain't turning around right here. I was just looking for them. Here's a camera, Jenny.
All right.
You're in the best position when I turn around and get a picture or whatever.
It's up a ways.
I'm driving slow. There might be more of them. We saw several of them. Is that too cold, Jenny?
Right there.
There's nobody coming from behind.
You can see how deep that is. 3/4 of the way up his leg is what it looks like.
Okay, let's go get the other one.
I see it, but it's like way back right there. You see it, Jen?
Stop.
Okay, there's someone coming, so I can only stop for like 5 more seconds. There's our wildlife for the day.
Very cool, man. Place never lets us down. See more moose up here than anywhere else.
I do. There's only 2 places that you can be pretty sure you're going to see one. Is right along here, all the way, you know, kind of between here and Monte.
Yeah.
And then over there past in the Uintas by Bear River Service Station.
Oh, on the
Way to
back
Mirror-
side.
Yeah,
Yep.
on the way up to Mirror Lake.
Yep.
Right there.
Well, the
Turkeys.
turkeys.
Okay, in the late winter, early spring, the willows start getting shoots, and that's what the moose are down in the willows this time of year, getting some of those willow shoots and stuff. And it's amazing in the spring how there's so many Bigfoot sightings in the willows. So I get excited when we see the moose down in the willows. There's something there for the moose, and so I'm sure the Bigfoot are down in there for the same reason.
Good eyes, Jen. As always.
She's always spotting the wildlife first. I think she senses it.
That is, unless it's a road crossing mountain lion.
Yeah.
When we got that
I was so
Martin,
disappointed that day.
That's not.
Of what?
Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. But it was cool that it happened,
I
no
was
matter
sitting
what.
the day I was sitting in the back seat, I was looking out the window to my right, and that big mountain lion crossed in front of the road. And you guys saw it, and I didn't.
yeah, it was kind of a front seat experience because it
Yeah,
crossed
it was so fast.
out in front of us. Yeah, and it was running.
Yeah, I was at a full speed. It was hauling butt.
Yeah, but like leaped halfway out into the road, and then boom, it was.
Yeah, and the video
Two
just
leaps.
didn't give it justice either, because it was definitely visual. It was a lot bigger.
I looked at upgrading our dash camera this year, and after doing some research, we still have one of the top dash cameras out there. So yeah, unless you got your camera zoomed in, which you're not going to run around with the dash camera zoomed in. I mean, you got to be right on top of stuff. That mountain lion was like 50, 75 feet out in front of us when it ran across the road.
That's about that. Maybe a little further.
That was in Georgetown Canyon,
I liked it up there.
out
Yeah, it
by
was nice.
Montpelier.
Down north of
That's out in the
Montpelier.
Bloody Bucket part of Idaho.
Lots of animal sign.
Yeah, there's tons of tracks everywhere.
Wonder if anybody's going to be up here ice fishing. Hope it's not a muddy mess.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be.
Should have let Derek drive. He offered it.
I did offer, man.
I need to wash my car anyway.
Yeah, I'm not even sure you're even going to get that far, but it does look like the road's at least all the way up on top, so you'll at least be able to get up to that.
It looks scary to ice fish on, to tell you the truth. Nobody's ice fishing that I can see.
Obviously been something running around across it, but that looks like animals.
One of them looks like a snowmobile. But yeah, though over there looks like animals have been crossing the lake.
Wow, I take for granted how nice the road is during the summer.
Yeah, because it's definitely seen better days.
Yeah, it was better in the summer, wasn't it?
It was all smoothed out and graded.
Yeah.
That's an animal trail.
Sure. Repeat offended. That's definitely a snowmobile.
We hiked up here during the salmon run because Jenny in, what was it, 1990 or 1998? That you saw the Bigfoot tracks up here, you and Brody?
1990.
Yeah, 1990. So we decided to come up during the salmon run and hike back to the Skull Crack Creek where the salmon spawn. See if we could find Bigfoot activity.
Little tiny guy out of nowhere.
That made me nervous.
Yeah. I don't think you're going back there, Kelly.
No, this is the turnaround
This is
spot.
where
This is
you
where
are.
everybody, they have those cabins back up in there,
Uh-huh.
and people are carrying their stuff in
Aye.
sleds back to their cabins. This is as close as they can get going in winter.
There was nobody ice fishing, by the way.
Deer.
Yeah, there's 2 deer
4 of them.
I seen a bunch of them up that little draw.
Yeah, at least I saw 4 butts. Yeah.
Did you guys see 2 or 3 moose over there that we got some pictures of?
Just 2.
Recalculating.
For what?
Continue 1.4 miles, then turn left on Utah 39.
I didn't know we had a waypoint picked. Wonder where it was going to take us.
Probably Derek's
You guys had the waypoint my house? Alright! I've been marked.
There's more deer, but it's upward.
Can't see him. Nope, there was definitely nobody out on that ice. Probably a good thing, getting too late in the year.
Well, the shores everywhere I was looking looked like liquid water are really thin.
I think it's just there's a lot easier places to get your equipment to the water than that.
Yeah, that is a rough place.
Deer walking
very,
across
very
the road. Just going over the left right there.
Oh,
Yep,
deer.
jumped the fence.
There's some more right there.
We just happened to get to see quite a few of them. Never disappointing. I don't know. That Chalk Creek, is that what it is? Road up there by Colville? Yeah, that had a lot of animals. There was a lot of deer. There's some more right there.
Wow.
A bunch of
1,
them.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bunch of them.
Yeah, anywhere there isn't snow, there's going to be deer this time of year because they are hungry.
Wonder if that makes the predators stay on the edges of these little clearings.
I would think so.
Uh-huh. If you see that many deer, there's probably a mountain lion around.
Yeah.
Anything coming?
Nope. More deer up on the side hill right there. Must have seen the one standing there. Look at them all over up there.
Yeah. The snow's been deep up here, and those are bald spots up there.
Yeah, all north facing right there. South facing, excuse me.
I used to stay the most in Memorial Campground. It was one of my favorite ones along here.
shadow when we stepped the hill.
Looks like it's gonna be July before we can get on Monte Cristo. Snow is bad.
We need a side-by-side.
That's what we were talking about earlier today.
Side-by-side. A few snowmobiles.
This last week, some Bigfoot tracks in the snow found in Spokane, Washington. It's been all over the news. Yeah, someone got a hold of me. You know, I'd already heard about it, but they got a hold of me, and then they're thinking that we might just jet up there. I'm like, no, it's not a good time for us to make that kind of a drive.
Small possibility here in a little while. A couple month. Yeah, that's more than a hop, skip, and a jump. That's a significant drive.
Yeah, we'll be in Washington, but not that part of Washington this time. Jen and I were up near the Spokane area a couple of years ago. We were south of Spokane, Bigfooting. We found tracks up on the Blue Mountains that year, not too far from the Paul Freeman area. That was pretty exciting. That was kind of shocking. And
Well,
we found
zip it up.
a fresh bear track that was still wet from when it stepped in the creek and then onto the shore. That was unnerving. That's when that's when we actually ended the hike back in there and started heading back towards the car, Jenny.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah, that was like, holy shit. There's no question that's fresh if it's still wet.
It was warm, and it had just stepped in the creek and then stepped in the dirt, and it was still wet, and there was still slobber, like
Yeah.
right there on the ground.
You could like
from it.
smell him still
And it
around.
was like, oh gosh. Yeah, let's go. It's right here somewhere. And it was big.
But the 3 Squatch prints we found there was nothing at all like this bear track we found down by the creek. That's what's cool about that video is anyone watching that video, you do get to see the differences between the two in the same video. That was crazy. It was our first time to the Paul Freeman area, and it was a scouting expedition where we're looking for the best places to camp for the next time we go up there. And then, you know, Jenny and I stopped and went on a couple of hikes, and I think that was the first hike that we went on back there. That's right on the border of the Blue Mountains of Washington and Oregon.
nice ones too.
Several months after we got back from that Blue Mountain expedition, Jenny, someone out of the blue got a hold of like our website or whatever it was and left us a message about a Bigfoot sighting that they had like 2 or 3 weeks before we were up there. We didn't know about it until after the fact that we got home, but that was pretty exciting that we found footprints while we were out there, and a few weeks before we were there, someone had spotted a Bigfoot down in the creek.
I don't think we'll get a chance to see, but we ought to try seeing if we can
See those footprints
see
again?
those footprints, that trackway that's coming down out of that. I don't think we're going to be able to see them though, because the only reason we really, because where you saw them come out of the trees, you had to look down.
Yeah.
There's nowhere really to pull over and park your car either. That's what makes you think, well, why would it be
But it's just
people?
on the other side of the bend up there, just as you turn, getting up to the top. Ben is in the canyon, not the road. Just pointing that out. Mile up here or so.
There is so much oak brush up here.
That's something I noticed about where I was in Florida. Just up in that panhandle, dude. Dude, it was just full of white oak everywhere. Everywhere. Just throwing that out there. Just a ridiculous habitat.
At the summit of this, where the Indian trails are, there's all kinds of berries on either side of the trail that come into season several months out of the year, and then berries left over freeze and preserve in the wintertime. But the reason they were named the Indian trails is the Native Americans, it was their highway, north and south in the Wasatch Front area, and they threw down.
It was down on this hillside.
Yeah,
You're not
tracks
gonna.
are right down in there.
Yeah, they're just down on this hillside right here.
Because they used the trail so much, they made sure to seed it with all types of berries. So you'll find a lot hiking those trails, and then you got the oak brush and the oak that drops the acorns when they're in season.
They were back there where they were coming down out of the pines.
Wow, the sign is buried up here, the memorial sign.
The snow was as tall as the outhouse.
That's like 8 feet high at the summit. All right, well, we thought we'd take you guys along and show you guys a section of Bigfoot sightings in our backyard in the Uinta Mountains.
The Wasatch Front. That's my backyard. That's pretty.